Hello everyone. This is going to be a discussion of why we should use an absolute temperature scale when doing heat transfer calculations. So first let's talk about what temperature scales we have. We have absolute and non-absolute. So the main absolute temperature scale most people use is Kelvin. Right? So if we start with some scale here, and we're talking about Kelvin. 0 Kelvin is absolute 0. In other words, there's no molecular movement. Somewhere here would be 300 or 273 Kelvin. That would be the freezing point of water. And then somewhere else here we would have 373 Kelvin, and that would be the boiling point of water. So those are our points of reference that we can use. If we want to talk about Celsius, 0 degrees Celsius is the same as 273 Kelvin. It's 273 and some change, but I don't worry about the decimals. And then 100 degrees Celsius is the same as 373 Kelvin. And then if we want to talk about Fahrenheit, for those of us that are in America, Fahrenheit is our usual scale of choice. So this is 32 degrees Fahrenheit and 212 degrees Fahrenheit. And if we want to talk about where these scales came from, we can, but that's not really the purpose of this lecture. So we want to talk about why we want to use an absolute temperature scale like this as opposed to one of these sort of reference temperature scales like Celsius. This is the freezing point of water, this is the boiling point of water. 0 Fahrenheit is the freezing point of salt water, I believe. And I can't remember why 212 ended up being the boiling point. But in any case, let's talk about another absolute scale, which is money. Now, if you look on a scale of money, let's say I have 0 to $100. And so here is $100. If I'm going to give you 75% of my money, then let's say I was going to give you 75%, then I would give you right about that much. I'd be giving you $75, and I would be keeping $25. So that's not bad. You're getting the majority of the money. Now, if we did a reference scale, like Celsius and Fahrenheit, in terms of our money, let's say I only care about $50 or more. If this is $50, I only care, let's call this the Smith scale. It starts 0 here and goes to 50. Alright, so on my scale, on the Smith scale, we're going to start at $50 and go up from there. So maybe I don't care about things that cost less than $50. Maybe this is the price of a nice dinner for two or something, or a very nice dinner for one. So let's take that same $100, but now I'm going to start with the Smith scale, and I'm going to give you 75% of my money based on the Smith scale. So instead of starting with the total amount of money that I have, I'm going to take half of it and say that 0, can't see my half, say that 0 Smith starts right here. So I'm going to give you 75% of my money based on the Smith scale, so you're only going to get about $32 or 30 something dollars, and I'm going to keep the rest. So when I'm using a reference scale, I give away a lot less money than I do using an absolute money scale. And that is important in terms of heat transfer. When you do calculations based on a reference scale, you're going to get much less heat transfer than if you do calculations on an absolute temperature scale, like we see in this money demonstration. So I did this for my freshman class, and they thought it was cute, so I thought I'd make a video of it, and hopefully it helps people understand why you need to use an absolute temperature scale. I hope you found this useful, and have a good day.